staff know that. Xin chào tất cả quý vị. In other words, good evenings, ladies and gentlemen. And the rest of my speech is in English, so we're good. Senator Mitchell, esteemed guests, and fellow Mitchell scholars, it is an honor to be here tonight amongst you all. As said before, my name is Kimberly Dow, and I am part of Thornton Academy's alumni class of 2010. Currently, I'm a second-year biology student at the University of Maine, and I'm studying biology with a concentration in pre-medical studies and a minor in child development and family relations. With this degree, I plan to attend medical school and hopefully become a pediatrician. So, I reside in Saco, Maine, but my family is originally from Vietnam. My family came here in hopes of a better life. A little footnote, my dad actually came here as a teenager, and he sponsored his entire family here. And another footnote, he had 12 siblings, so I thought that was pretty cool. But that's a different story for another time. I was born in Southern California, and I lived there for 9 years until we moved cross country to Virginia, then New Hampshire, and finally Saco, Maine. And that was all in a matter of 4 months. But I've had the pleasure of living in Maine for the last decade. And although I grew up away from my extended relatives, that enabled me to grow stronger ties to my immediate family. So from a young age, I observed my parents' strong work ethic and unbelievable devotion to provide for our family. My parents both worked 6 days a week, 10 hours a day to maintain our family business, Wonder Nails in Biddeford, Maine. And although my friends thought it was really cool, they were like, oh, you get to get your hands done and free pedicures. And I was like, oh, it's not that great. Because what they didn't realize that it took a lot of work from my parents. And we didn't get to see them all the time. We went home and we didn't have the luxury of having them pick us up from the bus stop. But that didn't reflect on their parenting abilities at all. Even after an extensive day of work, they came home and gave us all their love and affection and all the attention they could. And they kept our familial love strong. And every Sunday, we'd attend Mass together, we'd have family brunch, and we'd spend time together, so that was really great. They encouraged my siblings to do well in school and in every aspect of life. They wanted us to experience the education and experience that they were never able to receive. And what I can tell my parents today, who are with me, is that the best education I received was at home. They taught us that anything is possible if you work for it. And remembering all the individuals that helped them to come to the United States, they taught us not only to appreciate the opportunities that were presented to us, but to remember the people that helped them get there. And that's what tonight is really about, recognizing and celebrating all the ways in which the Mitchell Scholars have been supported by all of you on our journey. Despite the financial struggle to afford a secondary education, the Mitchell Scholarship has enabled me to become part of the first generation of college students in my family. Following the examples set by Senator Mitchell, my parents, the Mitchell staff, and other scholars, I'm driven to be the best that I can be. As a Mitchell Scholar, I feel an obligation to seize all the opportunities that are presented to me, hold myself, among other scholars, to a high academic, social, and communal standard. And you'll notice this universal theme with other scholars. And I'm confident that I could speak on behalf of all the scholars when I say that being a Mitchell Scholar instills a sense of pride in all of us. In fact, I had this opportunity to discuss with a number of other Mitchell Scholars at a recent leadership retreat. When we were engaged in a group exercise that talked about what it means to be a Mitchell Scholar, many of us shared what it meant to have been recognized for our hard work, but more than anything, being a Mitchell Scholar serves as an inspiration to us to always do our best, to strive for excellence, and to give back to the community as Senator Mitchell has. Over the last few years, I've developed incredible friendships with other Mitchell Scholars and the staff. think my bro Logan's over there somewhere. He's a really cool guy. So he's really cool. Sorry, Logan. And the staff as well. And I've met all these great people from participating in the events that the Mitchell Institute hosts. Last year's Bangor Beautification Day, where nearly 80 Mitchell scholars from UMaine and Hudson partnered up with Bangor Daily News and other Bangor businesses on a citywide cleanup effort. And then there was Mile 2 Professional Day. It's a day-long conference for scholars and alums for personal and professional development, sponsored by the Alumni Council. And recently was the 2011 Mile Weekend. And that was a leadership retreat that builds connections between the scholars and the Mitchell Institute. It provides opportunities for personal growth and includes a group community service project. And at this year's Mile, we had the pleasure of dominating Mount Katahdin, which was pretty cool. And we also helped clean a snowmobile trail. And the experiences and the memories that I made that weekend will stay with me for the rest of my life. Being a Mitchell Scholar has empowered me to get involved in all aspects of college, whether it be political, with the philanthropy, athletic, or occupational. And with the support of this family, of the whole Mitchell staff and institute, scholars, and donors, I know that as one individual, I can make a difference. Thank you.